as I start filming, my hands feel dry. I don't know why. And of course, I organized all my hand cream. I put it all away. Here, you know what? It's a very cute solution. It is like directly behind me. It's in the worst place possible. But I've got these old, not really old, I've only had them for about like a year and a half. When did I get all this? Maybe close to 2 years. Anyway, while I was around, I don't know, maybe I have had them for 2 years. That's weird. Anyway, these David's Tea matcha containers, and they're metal. I didn't want to throw them away because they're adorable. And that's one thing about David's Tea is they're great. Like, they have good product and all that. But if you order like the tins, you kind of just have tins, and the tins start to pile up. And at that point, I'm like, well, it's not. It is cutting down on waste, but then also throwing this away. Also not great. Better than nothing, though. I'm actually going to use this Boost hand cream instead. But I think the hand dryness has something to do with, I was doing a ton of yard work today. I was pruning our tree out front, and the tree has grown like, I mean, at this point, it seems like it's 20 feet tall. I don't know if it's actually 20 feet tall, but it seems like it is. I'm not a good judge of height, really, or distance. It also doesn't help that in Canada, colloquially, we still use height, or we still use feet and pounds and things like that for height and weight and all that. But I was taught how to visualize and how to measure and all that, distances and all that in metric, which I measure in kilometers, Celsius, all that, but feet versus meters and kilograms versus pounds. Difficult. But anyway, so I was out doing that, so I bushed. No pun intended. I was trimming the tree, not the bush. We don't have any, well, we have one, but it's not huge. But if I start yawning in this video, you know why. We're also experimenting using those, those lights that I have on my wall. I've done a couple of videos with them now, so I feel like they're general knowledge. So if you like the lighting quality, personally, I think it's too pink. But when I do my editing, things generally trend cooler than what I'm actually seeing after it comes out of editing. I don't know what that's all about, but the other thing that is absolutely god-awful is the fact that Adobe, as far as I've gotten the memo, is ending service to Adobe Premiere Rush, and that's what I use for my editing. Yay, so fun. So if anybody has any like low barrier of entry editing tools that work well on Mac products, please let me know. I haven't used iMovie since school. iMovie, I feel like I could probably figure it out. most. Who knows? In quality, please let me know. If you know a good, like I said, low barrier of entry, cheap editing software, please, please, please comment it below, because I'm not desperate, but why mess with a good thing? I like it. I like the product. But you know what? Change is, well, I mean, change is generally good, but this change just feels a little, why are we doing this? Kind of. But anyway, I think that's everything that I have to say. I think that is everything I have to say. I always try to do the housekeeping stuff in Trigger Word Tuesday videos just because these get the most views. So I feel like I'm reaching as many of my people as possible. So that's why sometimes the intros are a teeny tiny bit longer. But yeah, I think that's all I have to say. Oh, the other thing that YouTube is encouraging me to do, which I am sort of kickstarting once again after my summer from hell feels dramatic. But that's how I've been referring to it, and that really feels right for me. Truthfully, was it that awful? Not really. But summer 2025 is not going to be, it's not one for the history books. Let's say that. I didn't like it. It was not good on a personal level. At all. So, after my sort of summer from hell, I will sort of say that to anyone who is a channel member or who wishes to become a channel member, keep an eye on the posts tab. For anybody who just watches my videos in general, the posts tab is where I make all of my Trigger Word Tuesday posts. If you want a word included in a video pertinently, brain doesn't want to work, but if you want to, within, like, if you have a dire need to hear your word repeated, that's a bit dramatic too, but whatever, then you are going to be commenting it on the most recent Trigger Word Tuesday post. So just let that be known. If you comment it below a video, I likely will see it, although fucking YouTube. Just kidding, I love YouTube, but they have a new way of organizing comments in, I just realized it turned on, but they have a new way of organizing comments in the YouTube Studio app. So fun. They sort by relevance instead of by newness. Now you can change it to sort by the newest comment, but it's default sorted by most relevant, which I hate because I want to see the new comments. Anyway, whatever. I'm complaining a lot in this intro. I swear that's not what we usually do. But to my channel members, keep an eye out this coming October, which is in a few days. I will be making member videos once again. So if you are paying attention there, and if you want to suggest video ideas and actually have them made, not just kind of like have them on my list for me to make at some point, then I will be posting on there. Only 2 members though, so those will be the only people who see it. So anyway, that is sort of the housekeeping done and over with. Today we are doing trigger words from multiple languages that just happen to not be English. So we've got a pretty good spread of words. We've got 19 words. I did not count. We've got 19 words suggested. So they will all be this week. We're going to do a fresh, just regular Trigger Word Tuesday video next week. But these have been so wonderfully suggested. The only new suggester that we have got is... Am I right about this? Yes, I am right about this. It is when I say je sais, I know. That is what Gnosko, at least this is what Cloud Strife's girlfriend has commented. So I am just the messenger. When I translate it, it just says no, as in K-N-O-W. So Gnosko. What I do, Gnosko. Sorry, that's tacky. What I do know is that Gnosko is a fantastic trigger word. Gnosko. Rarely does a Z contribute so heavily to the trigger word like Gnosko. C-O-N-O-Z. C-O. That's fine. I love a good. But the sko is a fabulous word for this. If you're wondering what I'm doing that, I put on lip balm earlier, and I'm a very texture sensitive person around my facial area. So whenever like lip balm migrates to the corners of my mouth, can't stand it. I can't stand the feeling of lip balm at the best of times, but it just doesn't work for me. Also, this is probably the most like Anglo accent way to say it. But I mean, just be prepared for that. I am going, of course, I have my English Canadian accent. So these words might not come out exactly how they should. Gnosko included. And the other word that Cloud Strife's GF has, I really like saying that. That's kind of funny. I like that your name is that. Is igualmente, which you've said means likewise, and that's what my translation says as well. So likewise, igualmente. I love this trigger word, like equal, like the e. I always love when there's a vowel that has like a glottal stop before it. Fantastic. And then qual. Like listen to that. It's just so good. It's amazing. Mente. And I always love a T sound. I think C or K sounds, or T or D sounds. that sort of cone pyramid of those like circular pastries. Croquembouche, 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 excuse me, croquembouche, 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 croquembouche. I think, do they usually have whipped cream on them? There's something, I have the perfect picture of it in my head, I just don't know. See? O-Q-U-E-M, B-O-U-C-H-E, croquembouche, 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 croquembouche. Oh, it's caramel. It's caramel that goes over top of it. I did not know that it says here, often served at weddings, baptisms, and first communions. I didn't get one at my first communion. Although, I did get the little wafer, which, if you've never gotten to have a communion wafer before, they suck. They're awful. They taste hideous. Like, they're nothing special. Honestly, it's more the texture that's fun about them. But please, for the love of God, just try one. Because I could eat an entire box of those, I swear to God. I swear to God. Anyway, but I'm no longer a practicing Catholic. But I remember for my first communion, we went out to a French restaurant after, and they never served me croquembouche, so I feel betrayed. Naturally. Croquembouche, 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 yeah, they are cream filled. Okay, good. I was right. Which is, of course, the most important thing ever. Very. Never mind. That was a joke. Sarcasm. I'm in a bit of a mood. I think it's the tiredness. Croquembouche, 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 croquembouche. Now, speaking of Francais, Jenna Ann has suggested coucher, 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 C-O-U-C-H-E-R-C-H-E-R, coucher, 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 coucher. Now, this is for anybody who is not aware, the verb for sleep. So, like, I am sleeping, like the verb for sleep is coucher. En français, coucher means to sleep. So, if I was saying je couche, I would say I am sleeping, basically. Coucher, 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 which is just such a perfect trigger word. Again, cou, 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 and sh, sh, sh. Coucher, 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 coucher. It sounds like the perfect way to tell somebody to go to sleep. Coucher, 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 coucher. It's very my French teacher was also obsessed with telling us that coucher, he would say that, which isn't grammatically correct, but he was like, it is very important to coucher. Well, I guess that makes sense. But he was obsessed with us getting good sleeps, which I guess that's sweet. He was grade 7, 8, and 9 French teacher. Coucher, 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 coucher. Excuse me, coucher. I guess I should excusez-moi. Coucher, 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 coucher. Next word from Jenna Ann is a little bit of a phrase, but it is I love you. Je t'aime, je t'aime, je t'aime en français. Je t'aime, je t'aime, je t'aime, je t'aime. I can't do like je t'aime. There we go. Je t'aime, 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 je t'aime. There we go. There we go. That's perfect. Because I was doing it this way before. I guess you could do it like that. But je t'aime, je t'aime, je t'aime, je t'aime, je t'aime, je t'aime. I love you, I love you, I love you, I love you, I love you. Je t'aime, 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 je t'aime. M or ami. Like A-I-M-E-R. Again, I'm like losing my brain here. A-I-M-E-R. Yeah. Or I guess M. I guess, yeah, with the E-R on the end of it, it is kind of silent still, because it's not, like, I don't know, French is difficult sometimes, especially since I'm out of practice, but M is the verb for to love, so saying je, I, t'aime, you love, technically, in English, that's how it would translate to, but it's basically like, I love you, je t'aime, je t'aime, je t'aime, you love, like, do you know what I'm saying? Je t'aime, je t'aime, je t'aime, je t'aime, je t'aime, je t'aime. I'm showing off how rusty I am at French. I swear I'm Canadian. Je t'aime, je t'aime. Although surprisingly, a lot of Canadians are very poor at French, especially where I live. I live in Alberta, and a lot of us, I don't know why, I think it's just because it's a bit of a rivalry going, but a lot of us aren't fantastic at French out here. So at least I know some. I can find my way around Jasper when I visit, you know. Je t'aime, which isn't really even that much of a francophone community. Je t'aime, but it's like the most well-visited francophone community, I think, in Western Canada, unless I'm missing something. Je t'aime, 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 me if you were a young and questioning gay individual like myself. Natsu, 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 not, 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 Natsu, 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 Japanese for summer. I find that Natsu, Natsu, it's very easy to do the little, like the little S whistle on it, which I know some people don't really like in ASMR, but I do quite like it if it's not too loud. I find that range ASMR does it really, really well. Natsu, 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 Natsu. Hand cream is another one of those things that the texture of it makes me, oh, I hate it, but if I use it sparingly over like a couple of hours, then it cuts down on the amount of time that I have to feel it on my hands. Natsu, 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 it's like a nice warm summer wind. I honestly think I really like this light, especially if I take the, actually, you know what? If I did, no, I don't like that. I think I like it like that. I like dollars, I like diamonds. Cardi B reference. Natsu, 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 Emma and the Daisies also suggested Schmetterling, which is German for butterfly. Schmetterling, 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 Schmetterling. And this one, I really like doing the accent of my great-grandma, or no, my grandma's mom. No, she was the Polish. No, was she? No, she was from Bohemia. So like the Czech Republic, Czechia. Oh God, I'm drawing a blank now. I think it was my grandma's dad. The family was German, so sometimes when she talks like her grandpa, so my great-great-grandpa, she often uses his German accent. Schmetterling, 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 because they have lived in Canada since like, I think her dad's family, well, and her mom's family had been in Canada since like the 1870s, basically. Schmetterling, 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 but she was like, they were very adamant about hanging onto their language and by extension their accents, but I guess when my grandma used to meet my great-great-grandpa, when they used to visit, he would speak with his German accent in German, and I don't know if he ever said Schmetterling. I'm sure that he did at some point, but she always imitates him, so she uses the accent Schmetterling, Schmetterling, Schmetterling. She does it way better than I do. Clearly I did not get the gene. Schmetterling, 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 Schmetterling. said more anglicized. Schmetterling, 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 schmetterling. Oh dear, my laptop is at 10%. We're gonna have to end this clip a little bit earlier than I thought. Schmetterling, 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 also suggested the word fluture, or fluture. I couldn't figure it out, but fluture is what I'm gonna say, and that is apparently Romanian for butterfly. Fluture, F-L-U-T-U-R-E, fluture, which I just think sounds fantastic as an ASMR trigger. French has it. Français, français, français. Like, which is weird.